I am so pumped. This is a story that nobody has picked up on yet. It's like, I think it's kind of a little gold mine. I'm really curious to see what you guys think about it. Yesterday, Rob Gronkowski was hit helmet to helmet by Eric Church. And this had a consequence for both teams. The consequence for the Jaguars was that they lost 15 yards. They got a 15-yard penalty because of Eric Church's hit on Rob Gronkowski. Now, the penalty for the Patriots was much more severe. The Patriots lost Rob Gronkowski for the rest of the game. Gronk couldn't play. It's very interesting. Eric Church went about his business. He was fine. He kept going. He kept playing the game. And Rob Gronkowski was out. I don't know about you, but when I hear that, that sounds pretty one-sided. It sounds like one team got a raw deal, or the other team kind of got away with one. And I believe this is actually a big flaw with the NFL rules. I think this is kind of a loophole in the NFL rules. It's not great. It's not a good look. Because you can target a guy and knock him out of a game without consequences, or with minimal consequences, with only a 15-yard penalty. I think a 15-yard penalty, even though it's not morally right, a 15-yard penalty is worth knocking Rob Gronkowski out of the game. And that's not right. That's a loophole in the rules, where technically you can strategize to knock people out of a game and have very minimal repercussions. It's highly immoral. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do. I'm just pointing out, if you wanted to strategize for that, you could. And it's a strategy it's a potential strategy that needs to be eliminated from the NFL rulebook. I mean, technically, you can target guys and knock them out of the games without any consequences. I believe because of this loophole, the NFL should switch to college targeting rules. I think the college targeting rules work really well. The way college targeting rules work is that if you target someone, if you get called for a targeting penalty, you're out for the rest of the game. You're immediately, like Eric Church would have been immediately ejected from the game. And if this happens in the second half, if this happens after halftime, you're out for the rest of this game and the first half of the next game. I like that. I think that works. Accidents happen. I understand. But you can eject guys for accidents. College football does it. The NCAA takes people out of football games. I saw Hercules Mataafa, a linebacker for Washington State, my favorite school. He did what seemed like an accident, yet he got kicked out of the game, and it made sense. Don't lead with your head. If you're going to lead with your head, expect to get ejected from the game. I think that's the best way to move forward. That's the most safe way to go about it. And one flaw in this, I know I'm saying that you can strategize for it. You can predetermine, we're going to try to take Gronk out of the game by hitting him. I'm not saying the Jaguars did that at all, but I'm saying you could. Now, one flaw in that way of thinking is Bountygate. Predetermined stuff appears to be cracked down pretty hard on by the NFL. So maybe not. Maybe you can't strategize for it. I'm not saying pay people, but if you want to knock a guy out of a game to take some cheap shots, I don't know. I'm just saying, if someone wanted to, it's highly immoral. But you could knock a guy out of a game with very little repercussions, and that, I think, is a loophole in the NFL rules. Again, don't lead with your head. I'm just curious. I want to know what you guys think. I know that's kind of a crazy conspiracy theory, but no one's talking about that. That the Jaguars kind of got away with one. They knock Rob Gronkowski out for the rest of the game, and they only have to deal with a 15-yard penalty. I thought that was weird. I'm really curious. What do you guys think? Am I crazy? Am I wrong? I don't know. It just seems like I believe the NFL rules should change. I truly believe that the NFL should switch to the college targeting rules. I think it's safer. I think it's smarter. I think it eliminates those hits a lot more. And it keeps guys in the game. I want to see Rob Gronkowski in that football game. Him coming out, I guess it makes the drama more interesting, but I want to see Tom Brady at full disposal with all of his weapons. And you'll say, you're just saying that because you like the Patriots. No, I'm not. That's just more interesting. Rob Gronkowski on the football field is good for the NFL. So I really think the NFL should switch to the college football targeting rules. Again, if you target someone, accident or not, you're out for the rest of the game. And if it happens after halftime, you're out for the rest of this game and the first half of the next game. I like that. And here's if it happened in the Super Bowl, you would, or the last game of the season, if it happened for you in week 17 in the NFL, you would sit out week 1 of the NFL. You would not sit out in the preseason because that doesn't make any sense. It's not actually a real penalty, and it hurts football teams because you wouldn't get reps. You want to see guys get reps in the preseason because it helps football coaches determine a guy's ability. So I'm just saying, I'm pointing out that's a loophole in NFL rules. Change the NFL targeting rule.